Hello everybody, and welcome back to my channel. He says I'm cute, and as some of you guys call me, also CJ. I am trying to get something pulled up. Sorry guys, I got a little distracted there. Okay, now we're up and going for sure. How's everybody doing this wonderful Friday? So glad to be able to be here with you guys. Hey Russell, hey Carol, hey Cute Kitty, hey Boop. I hope y'all have had a wonderful Friday. Those of you who were in Ricky's stream last night, I'm so sorry I wasn't able to make it. My internet was completely down. Hey Ray, I had to have them out this morning repairing it. So I'm glad it's back and we were able to be here today. We have lots to go over and talk about. Okay, where to start with? As you guys saw, we have a new XP event. That's the main theme. And is it really an event? Do we want to... Oh, I'm glad I didn't miss much. I feel so bad about it. I thought about hotspotting, but I wanted to save my hotspot for today in case I needed to do that, so I didn't have to cancel. And I never miss, so I actually got a little bit of sleep, and that was a big change of pace for me. So Russell, here, Phoebe and I share the same internet provider, but we actually happen to be on the same server grid. Everybody's divided up to one central server area for service, and these are massive. So in June we were without internet for quite a few days here. The whole server center was taken out. They're having to rebuild it, so they're replacing a lot of pieces to it, and it's affecting a lot of the internet's issues, at least for this way. They've also, a lot of places are now upgrading to hey Julia, they're also upgrading to to new fiber optics, and with that comes new modems, new Wi-Fi system, and to keep up. So it's an interesting time. New technology. We're getting fiber optic cable lines as they're having to replace stuff. It's kind of fun, but it seems to be knocking out internet here and there for everybody in this area. So, alright, you guys, we have so much other stuff to talk about. Hey, Gabby! I'm so glad so many of you could already be here and liked the stream already. So much. I went with a really different thumbnail this time. Trying to play around with it, but I wanted to see. And it looks like, I can't tell. I hope the picture's clear for you guys. Ooh, I'm glad you love the thumbnail. I wanted to go with something a little different. It was fun. I was trying to do some other stuff. I don't have the same access to some of the PNGs that other content creators do. So I was trying to play around with something fun. I want to pull up not for you guys to see, but for my reference, some of the timing for pets, because that is the big thing. So let's see. Hey Phoebe, would you guys like to hear what next week's events are first, or would you like to talk about the new event? Have you guys seen them? Who needs a refresher on what next week's gonna be? Hey Suzanne. Do you guys... What events? Okay, so let's go over the events. I stole... Let's see, I have two. Which one's easier? You know what? Let's do... I stole Gizmo's. Hers is up here. So this is Gizmo's image that she posted and said that I could use, thankfully. So this is hers. So we're going to go over the events. Monday we are going to start with a fishing area production event. It is going to cover just the net maker and the decks saline, and it is a 30% boost. Oh, it was supposed to be funny. Yeah. I don't... Events is a nice term. Tuesday we're going to have truck orders. They're going to be for Bums and Sams. I don't mind this event, except for you have to trash everything on your board and wait for those special purple items to show up, and that drives me nuts, because there's no way to prep ahead for the truck event. We have Wednesday with another fishing production event. It will be all buildings for a 20% boost. Wah wah. I hope this doesn't tell us that we're going to get a fishing event to come. Nobody say anything funny until you get back. Oh no, Nightbot. Boy. Sorry, Gabby. I didn't even get to see what you said. Hold on, let me change where I'm at. Let me see if I can see what you... Nightbot. Oh, jeez. Nightbot's a pain. You guys, I am really hoping that having these two events is not like a foreshadow that we're going to be getting a fishing event. Oh, that makes me worried. Thursday, we're having our new event. And are we going to call this an event? Is it a new, really XP event? We're going to kind of... The funny part is, I have Nightbot set so you can send 5. So I don't even know why you only sent 4. Nightbot doesn't like me. Doesn't like Gabby. I'm sorry. I like you, Gabby. And are we going to call this really like a really good XP event or not? Let's discuss that. Because this is going to give you 2 times the XP for your pets. And that does include sanctuary animals. So we're going to go over that in more detail here in a few minutes. Hopefully Suzanne will be back by then. Then Friday we're going to have another truck order event. This time it's going to be for lambs. So if you need those land expansion materials, yet another one we cannot prep for. Want. Saturday, spin the wheel for an extra puzzle piece. Hey Nada, if you need those puzzle pieces and you're willing to spend those diamonds and take that risk, this event is for you, not me. Sunday we will have yet again a 2-time farm pass point event. This is infuriating to have it back-to-back weeks. This time it's on a Sunday, so the only thing, okay, we're going to start with this one. The only bonus, hey Blaze, welcome to my stream. Hey Beth. Okay, you guys, the only point, literally the only point to having this Farm Pass Point event on next Sunday would be to try to get you to play your baby farms, to actually make them, have them do more tasks or be able to complete the farm pass and hopefully you buy it. And let's be honest, most of us are only going to do the free on your baby farm. Now, if you have like a second farm, if we're talking about like, in my case, this will be helpful for me because I'll go spend Sunday next week after I'm done listening to Phoebe. When the event occurs, I'll go play on my kids' farms and have them get done. But it's not like I necessarily needed it. This would have been better, like, if they were going to do it a second time this month. In all honesty, it should have been the 30th of August. That is the day after we get the last set of events for the month. So even maybe the 23rd of the month. If you had done it on one of those two dates, I could have seen where this maybe was helpful. You're getting it. Oh, well, thank you for stopping by, Blaze, before you head to bed. I appreciate it. And in case you fall asleep before you get to say goodbye, I hope you have a wonderful night. These events are, I wouldn't go as far as saying they're the worst week of events we've had, but they're not great. If you had really thought about this, that we were taking the farm pass extra points, you moved them closer to the end of the month on a Wednesday, even on a Tuesday when you can't prep, then you know that they were coming, then you don't know what's coming out. The reason I like it on Wednesdays is because if you're going to have like asparagus, farm strawberries, tea leaves, maybe even a town building, you can prep a little bit and be ready for it. But there, you know, if you, like we talked about last night, if you have really easy ones like 4 boats, that's a derby task. Derby starts on Tuesday. Depending on what the derby is that week, you got to be very careful about what you're talking. If you're talking about production of sugar, then and we're probably talking lower level farms, these things are going to be helpful. When we're talking about spin the wheel, yet again, give us more than like one small slice. If they put a bigger slice, let's say it takes up 3 spaces or put 3 of them on the wheel, I'm more likely to spend diamonds on it. I don't know about anybody else. They're either clearly not fully back on the Heyday team, or we're just not having the thought put into it. And somebody asked something, or didn't really ask, but made a comment last night and again today in Discord about the XP events and the XP with the farm pass. And if there were so many complaints about leveling up so fast, then why are we not getting, is that why we're not getting the XP events? But it doesn't make sense. There's so many players that have goals that were depending on having those events come. You're changing the goals for them and the way they have to play. There's the spin the wheel needs to be different and make it something that is so much more for it to be something. With the truck orders, you can't prep when you're doing them for vouchers, the LEMs, the BEMs. None of those are preppable. You have to wait for the day of the event, delete the task, wait for them to pop up, and then either hope you have them prepped or work on prepping them. You don't get as much necessarily assigned. It's not like if it had been like double coin or double XP, we can prep the board ahead of time and you at least have 9 good tasks ready to go. And it's just kind of frustrating to know that that's where it is. And it really only helps those are people who are too low for the town. If you really need those expansion items, while you run the risk of getting town expansion items, the town is a gold mine. Between the sanctuary animals and feeding the townies themselves, you get a lot of expansion items. Now we're going to talk about, let's talk about this new XP event, you guys. Donkeys you feed once an hour. And do we really want to call it a true XP event? I actually don't mind this event in a sense, because if you have your pets, and I want to say especially some pets, you are going to get good XP. The horses can give you a lot. And I think the lowest horse gives you 80 XP. I'm not gonna see chat for a minute, you guys. I'm gonna pull up that is not the one I wanted. Hold on. Going to pets. Going down to horses. Let's see. So your Pinto horse is going to give you 100 XP. It takes 6 hours to feed. Every horse is going to take 6 hours to feed. Your Lipizarner horse, the white horse. I'm going to butcher these animals' names. 100 XP. So if you're looking at double that's, and you have all your horses, you're really looking at a lot. So Palomino, 80 XP, 6 hours. You're only being able to feed them if you get up in time. Starting at the event, definitely 3 feeds on the horses. Most of your animals. Okay, so your bay horse only gives you 60 XP. And so you're still talking, that's 120 just for feeding. And you can have 2, so that's 240. Plus, you also get drops with every 6 animals you feed. Or it's more than that, I think. So you're going to be able to earn, but you need to have them. So if you don't have your animals, get them. I started with the horses. Can't wait for those to be fixed. I started with the horses. I still have a few left to go. I need my guinea pigs. So, Russell, Phoebe would hope maybe she has the answer. I have not seen if the XP booster will work. I haven't seen an XP booster work on them while I've had it going and I've fed pets, but maybe they've changed something. As far as I know, it will not work, but maybe Phoebe will know something. Your sanctuary animals are, I think, 25. Your puppy or so you're getting, let's say you're, depending on the range, you can get a lot of XP for not doing much. And I will say that. But, okay, so the XP booster will work when you feed the pets. Okay. I really don't pay enough attention then. Because I don't use them. I think I have seen more of the mystery boxes today, by the way, than I have during the actual mystery. I haven't used an XP booster in a while, so I'm not... I don't remember. And I need to feed my pets. So let's... Phoebe says it works. She's testing it now, so it should. If you have those pets, then you can really get a lot of XP for not doing much. But it's very dependent on you having those pets. And if you're a lower level, you may not have the vouchers needed. Some of these are really expensive to go in and get. And trust me, there's a reason why I have run out, because I just have enough. I'm up to 44. That is 44 since birthday. That's how many purple boosters I've been able to get. Because during the birthday carnival theme event, I bought as many pets as I possibly could. I had the horses, and I brought myself down to 0 purple, and I ran out. So I still need to get, we can go through them. I still need to be able to get, I know I have all the guinea pigs left to get. I haven't even bought the houses yet. And then I still need to get my 2 tuxedo kittens. And I have enough for 1, but that's it. I have all the rest. And I still have birds, of course, to get. So they can be expensive at first to get, but they pay off. And I think this event is a little bit more incentive on top of just your normal drops that you get and even XP. But your sanctuary animals, yes, level 20. You can get your pets starting at the puppies open, or the dogs open. Oh geez, no, I can't remember which one opens first. The ones 30, 22, 20. So I think 20 is the lowest level that you get any of the pets at. Dogs, I mean, they don't give a ton, but you're looking your pets at 6 hours except for donkeys. Donkeys are every hour. Okay, I didn't want dogs. I wanted the donkey page. Hey, Wiki is driving me nuts today. The donkeys don't come until you're in the 50s. They are every 1 hour for 35. So that's still really good XP if you have the donkeys. Every hour, if you're getting 70 per donkey, you're doing pretty good there. Because you can have 6 donkeys, I believe. Yeah, 6 donkeys. So if we do the math, and you are going to go with every hour you get 7, you're going to get 420 XP alone every hour just from the donkeys. So you can really stack them up. And that's if you are not using the XP booster. And then you have your sanctuary. And I know, yeah, those are only, I think, 35 for, or they're all 35, I believe. Well, I can double check. The event should be double the XP around the farm task. That would be really fun, Gabby, and I would love to see that. Like, maybe that could be, like, one of the very last things that they, add to even, like, the farm pass. And not very often, but maybe instead of doing just trucks or just boats, especially if you're looking at lower levels. We're not at the town. We have a double XP event just for plate, like full. Everything's doubled. So for all your harvesting, all of your collecting of products, your pets, anything you're available, you could really rack up some points. I like that as an idea, Gabby. Would be fun to do. I believe it was Carol had a great, or no, Lori. I know I've mentioned it to Jen before. I've seen other with the 20% off the production as like a perk in the farm pass. Even if they raise the farm pass up just a little bit and put that towards the end of the month of the last perk, that would be something cool. There's still a lot that could be done. The XP, though, could be a lot, you guys, from doing this event. But do you guys like it? Do you guys look at it as it would be an event even? If you're wanting just XP, most of us, like, even if we're having double XP on a boat, you're still getting coin. This event does not address the coin. What it does address is the drops. Because you can get expansion items from feeding. Let's see. 1, 2, 4. The birds are a little tricky. If you are to a point where you have more than 9, see, I got 3 just from feeding my 6 horses. So you can really even, you can get a lot of drops. There's I want to grab a link here. I don't know how accurate it still is, but you can really add up here with this event. It doesn't address getting any kind of coins though. So if you're still in the money crunch, it doesn't help you there, but it does address getting you some of the XP. Gabby, when they announced the the new events, and they were talking about the animals, I was hoping the boost wasn't going to apply for the feed, which is the only event now that we're still waiting to see come into the weekly rotation. I was hoping it was going to be a boost on their time, 20% off, even if it's just for the day. If you're talking about 20% off of 8 hours, off of 4 hours, you are even an hour. It's 12 minutes, but 12 minutes is still a decent amount of time to rack up for getting a milk. And milk could potentially then be in the paper, especially for younger. But it's off of the production time. And that doesn't balance. You're going to have more feed than you are going to have. It helps with, I would say, the sanctuary. And I don't even know if the sanctuary feed is going to be applied to that. It's something I would like to see change. I would not even, depending on what they're going to do. Hey Sam, no apologies needed. If we're going to keep adding to the sanctuary, and that has been the pattern, and I would love to see, let's go to the sanctuary. I would love to see this expanded. We already know, I am so getting close to full on storage, but I got, you guys, this will only hold 10 here. You guys have got to stay on top of cleaning this out. We're running out of room, and if we Phoebe, I hope you don't mind, because you're going to be the first one I come to. Here we go. I'm going to go steal Phoebe's sanctuary, you guys. She has all of her pets, and it is decorated some, but it feels like there's not a lot of room here. And then this is really cramped. If you look at the winter animals, which I love this edition, it is probably one of my favorite additions that they added. There's so much that we could do around here. This snow machine is perfect in here. This should expand over. We should have this all the way down up to the front, like it is right through here. Have the space in here. It'd be so fun. You could even incorporate the waterfall, make it a little bit more icy in here, and then we add like penguins, which has been, Hayden made a post last fall saying penguins were the #1 requested animal for the sanctuary to be added at that point in time. And they could be sliding in on, down like this waterfall here. We could incorporate so much of this and have it expanded out. And we have we did. I don't know that they still have they've rebuilt here at the zoo in St. Louis, the penguin house and the polar bear area. So I don't think they have the fake snow machine going anymore. They used to when I was a kid. Hello, Tifasa. I hope I am saying that right. Welcome. I would love to see this get expanded. All of these animals, Phoebe has all of them. So when this next update comes, if they don't add more animals, which has been the pattern, what is their plan here? There's got to be something that they can do, and I really think I don't mind the addition of animals. There's still so many animals people would love to see, but this needs a redo. An expansion, a redo. I'm working on trying to get some help with a drawing that I had for an idea that would make this really cool besides just the small little viewing area, because in theory they're not seeing all of the pets. So I have an idea, but Phoebe has everything. She's got all of her animals. This area, when you can see, it's very nice, but it's a small area for those winter animals. And even here, what if they took back this tree line in the back to make this wider, so that there was a wider space to be able to decorate maybe a little bit more and have more defined spaces? That would be so much fun to do. And by all means, I think Phoebe has done a great job decorating her sanctuary. And she will make a great the sanctuary animals. Hey, Quirky. The we don't even have them all listed. Sanctuaries are 10 hours, so you're only going to be able to feed the sanctuary animals twice, and they are between 25 and 35 for all of them. Phoebe, by chance, do you know do you know how many? Hi, Bella. Do you know how many sanctuary animals there are? Actually, we can go count the book. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 30, we're up to 40. So so you guys, ooh, Phoebe, that sounds good. Where are you going for ice cream? Are we going local for ice cream? Man, ice cream sounds good. We're up to 40 sanctuaries. So let's say if we're only getting 25, some of them are 35, but let's say we're only getting 25. So that's the lowest. One feed alone, hey Chris, one feed is 1,000 XP for your sanctuary animals. If you have all of them, and that's the lowest amount you're going to get. And that does include all of the expansion material drops that you'll get from feeding them. And that's not doubled. So for Phoebe, we're going to say at the lowest of 25, she's going to get 4,000 XP just from feeding her sanctuary animals on Thursday. That's the lowest amount she'll get. It's not exact. I'm not going to go through and calculate I probably should have, which ones are 35 and which ones are 25. But just off of the 25, it's 2,000. Now she'll only get to do that twice. So 4,000 just from the day she feeds them twice. Because that's 10 hours. So she'll have to make sure she's up early and up late. To, make sure you're getting them in. It's one. Let's see, she feeds them even as late as, there's no way to do more than, there's only 24 hours in the event. There's no way you can get more than 2 feedings. So as long as you're, let's see, 3, by 2:30 p.m., as long as you do your second feeding, that's Central Time. So 3:30 Eastern Time, you'd be able to. And that is a ton of wheat bundles and meat buckets you're going to have. That's right, Phoebe. It's a lot that you're going to have to store for the event and be able to. This would be really fun to see if they could have how, Phoebe? How could you feed them 3 times? If it's 24 hours and they take 10 hours to feed. How am I missing that we can feed them 3 times? Is there some of the animals that are less than 10 hours? Did I miss one? Or a group? When I checked, they all said 10. Granted, it was kind of early this morning. I wasn't fully awake. But as far as I knew, they were all 10. But, and this is, we're talking just Sanctuary, no XP booster. If we run an XP booster, you're looking at probably, another 1,000. So, actually, that wouldn't work. So if you fed them at 3 a.m., events start. Okay, this is Central Time. Hold on. I'm going to do this math here and see if we can figure this out. We fed them, okay, even 4 a.m. Eastern Time for everybody. Okay, go 10 hours. 6 hours. That's 8 hours. 2 p.m. midnight. No. Hey Jennifer. Okay, so the first feed would be at 3. The second feed would be, yeah. Because your first feed would have to be immediately. You'd have to set the alarm immediately to do it 3 times. So don't feed your animals in your sanctuary, hey Peter, the night before. So that you can have all of your I have to go make some more stuff. Okay. That's a lot. Hey CL, that is a lot of XP just for the sanctuary. And that's not including if you have all of the pets. Like I said, the donkeys alone. If you don't have pets right now, you are going to want to go and get yourself I'd start with the donkeys. Personally. Because that's $70 an hour that you'll make on Thursday per donkey versus, even though the horses give you more XP on a regular basis, it's 6 hours between feedings. The donkeys are 1 hour between feedings. You don't get drops that often. If you need money, start making wheat bundles. And Ian will make a ton of money for Thursday if he doesn't hold them. Because, or even meat buckets, because you're going to have so many people that are going to need to do it. We don't have a boost. I still question whether or not I believe that they can't run the 20% off on like the feed mill for the animal feed and the 2 times XP. But let's say you can't prep them. You're not going to have enough time to make 40. That's 10 bundles. That's, I mean, there's not enough time. So start prepping ahead. If you need money, prep even more and start selling them when it gets closer to the event. You're going to make money. 10 wheat bundles is 180. It doesn't seem like enough, but if you are somebody like Phoebe who knows you're going to need 100, well, you don't need 40 to feed all of them. I should have counted how many needs which. But you're going to make so much off of all of us, though, because not all of us can store enough of the wheat bundles at a time. And if your baby farm isn't got the sanctuary open, then you can't make wheat bundles on it. And if you don't have, even if it does, like, let's say I went to one of my kids' farms for me. Let's go over here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use boosters. Okay. There's none of the meat product animals, of course. Here, this female isn't going to make meat buckets, so it's going to have to be where, you know, it could make my wheat bundles, but then my main would have to make meat buckets. I'm close, but I'm not there yet on a meat production one. But somebody like Russell, Phoebe, Beth, Chris, Jen, so many of you who have those, you're going to have to try to be strategic on how you get enough and store and move those. So if you have like just a couple of animals in your sanctuary, then strategically for me, I would still recommend going and making the wheat bundles so that you could sell them to yourself even, or make a ton if you ever and put them up. So, somebody else asked about this, and I went and did a little digging. And I'm not gonna say that I'm 100% correct. There was, on a feedback post and a town XP post, quite a few messages of people saying that it was hard to find maps to be able to expand the town. Now on this farm I'm fully extended. If we go back over here to this one, this is not fully, I still have plenty of spots. And I will agree, if I go through the paper I haven't found, I've sold off maps to friends, hoodies that have needed them from this farm versus selling to my kids, because even though it's crowded, they don't need it. The town functions, I just don't decorate there. It is what it is. But I can see where that's where they're adding in some of these town maps they're trying to give. Okay, so this, Andrew, the XP is for both the sanctuary animals and your pets. My recommendation, if you are high enough to buy donkeys, start with the donkeys. Then horses. Beyond that, I would get bunnies. Maybe you'll find something else that you think is cute. But donkeys are good, especially during this event, is going to give you the most of your refund. So I would buy any pets that you are missing and can get. I mean, don't go fanatic. I'm not saying spend every voucher you have. Pets give you expansion material just for feeding them, and we're not talking about a ton here. Like, it's 1 carrot per horse that I'm feeding, 1 milk per kitty. Although, ironically, you actually can't feed cats or kittens milk. They can't digest the enzymes. I learned that recently. It's bacon to the puppies. We have so many options for the birdhouse. Your XP boosters will work. Do realize you have a length of time. Be strategic with that. So that's not the way I wanted to do. So I'm looking at 12 hours. If I activate an XP booster right before I feed all of my animals and then go about my farm business, and I'm talking sanctuary and farm for your pets, then you will get 2 feedings, hopefully, out of that, where you'll have the extra XP there. Except for on the donkey. The donkeys are every hour, so you'll get quite a bit of add up. You're only looking at 3.5 XP per donkey. So 42 extra XP points for every feeding. I mean, that, if I'm adding up correctly, there's a ton of room to make XP here. Yeah, see, that's my question, is how many. Okay, so if we look at these numbers, Peter, I felt so bad. You saw how much trouble I was having with the stream yesterday, and I could not or last night, and I was plugged in to my router. Come to find out, there actually was an issue with my internet. So they had to replace something, and you know I try to never mess, no matter how tired I am. So I'm really sorry, Peter. Thank you for covering for me. I hope it wasn't a rough go. I wanted to save my hotspot for today in case I needed it, but my internet's up and working. It seems to be all fixed. And I gotta admit, it was kind of nice to have some sleep. Normally, I don't have much of any sleep by this point, so I'm glad I'm not super tired streaming with you guys today. Knowing how much XP you can make, do you think it's worth the time that you guys will need to be able to do all of this? Okay, so Carol, the donkeys eat carrots, so there's a bonus. I would get the donkeys, because if you're looking at just from an XP point, you're looking at 420 XP per hour just if you have all of the donkeys. And we can figure out how much it is, but if you buy the puppies or the, let's say, the dogs, well, that seemed off. It's, you're getting drops along with XP for not doing much more than feeding them. You're right, you can send a boat or your truck, but that's taking a lot more product, Gabby, versus the feedings. I mean, you're only talking, if you go for the sanctuary, you're looking at and you have everything on the low end, 4,000 XP just for 2 feedings. If you're looking at the horses, you're looking, let's see, I had this calculated earlier. It's like 1,000. When it's doubled, it's almost 1,000 XP just for one feeding during the event. So we'll see how it goes. It depends on how much time you're willing to put in, how much XP you're going to get out of it. If you want to use an XP booster, like I said, use the XP booster. It's only going to work for like 2 feedings of the sanctuary, or 1 feeding of the sanctuary. Oh, it should work for 2 feedings of the sanctuary. It'll work for two feedings of it. Because I think this could be a gold mine if you're willing to even just do the 2 rounds of feedings for everything. I'll tell you what, I will go through, I will post, I know for sure in my Discord. I'll post in Jen's. I'll post on my Facebook. If Phoebe would like, I will post it, and if she's okay with it, I will post my math over in her Discord as well. I'll post it in Ricky's. They will go through and work up the XP that you will get with the just based on no XP booster going for the event if you have with the animal breakdown. I'll write that. I'll make that up for you guys. I will make that happen. I really think it could be a really fun new event that gives you XP and the drops with very little work that you have to do on your farm. And it's something accessible for free to play. Your biggest problem is going to be having enough sanctuary feed. Animal feed shouldn't be too big of a problem, especially if you have Rose and Ernest. Or I should say Rose. If you have Rose going, that shouldn't be a problem. Because your bacon will be there, but you're not having to spend the products and the time making the products rather than to send the boats and trucks. But I'll break that down so you guys can see. Maybe that'll make a difference for some of you. Now, if we were talking, you're talking 9 brown sugars for 144 XP, I'd rather go feed one horse for 100 XP. And this event will give me 200 for one than the 9 brown sugars, because that takes that takes time. It's a product. To me, I think the pets are a good part of it and something you're missing, and I'm going to get expansion materials. But it's not for everybody, and that's understandable, and that's a nice part of Heyday. You can choose. Going for the boats, just to make sure everybody knows, the global boat event starting tomorrow, it's going to be 5.5 million total boats we have to send as a community for 10 diamonds. Your thresholds are going to be 1, 3, 5's your global, 9, and 12. Yes, Ian. Jen will be back on Wednesday night. That will be her next stream that she will be back for. So, in the meantime, there will be Phoebe on Sunday and Tuesday, Ricky on Monday. I will, Peter, Phoebe, I may be late on Monday night. My kids have back to school night on Monday night. It ends at 7:30 my time, so about half an hour in. I may be half an hour, 45 minutes late, depending on how busy it is to do the drop-offs. There is somebody streaming. I'm going to pull tomorrow covering Jen's. Let me go to Discord real quick. I'll pull you the link. Hey guys, I'm not getting ready to end quite yet. There's still some other stuff I want to share. So Raph is another streamer. He's not from the US. He's really sweet. Some of you may know him if you're in Jen's Discord, or if you are in the main our Heyday Discord. I'm sinking that boat. This is the link to Raph's stream. He will be covering Jen's stream time tomorrow. Oh, no, it's not, Gabby. I don't feel the compulsion to brush the boats for 10 diamonds. I'm not getting a good return on my investment there. Like you said, and the XP is nice, but it's not like, ooh, I gotta have it. I will send some, but I'm not going to go like super out of my way to do it. Sam has converted me into like a townie. I have been playing the town so much, and it's really filling up my barn with expansion materials. Although saws are still my less common of anything. So I'm getting a lot of return on my investment into the town. I blame Sam for it. As you can see, I've filled my barn because I have been playing so much, so I'll have to expand. But every townie gives you a gift when you're done completing them. And plus all of the things that you get when you feed your animals. I can't remember. I believe you... Okay, so also make sure you have room in your barn before you feed your pets or your sanctuary animals. Otherwise, you'll only get the XP. You won't get the drops. You have to have room in your barn to get them. Otherwise, you're just getting XP for feeding them on there. But I don't understand why they won't. Honestly, even 20 diamonds would not hurt them. I actually think it would be a better return on their investment. And I think they would get more people playing and more likely to do things. We have found, or at least I have found, the deco drives players to play the global events more. And we did so good. Because if they had lowered it, we would still have lost. Did you guys look at those numbers? Sam, you stepped away when I am complimenting you. It serves you right. I said you have converted me over to a town player. I haven't been taking boat tasks. I've been doing like almost all town events. And now my barn is full from all the drops. But We had a deco. Everybody wanted the Sandy sheep. It came back. We, on help events, we usually have to do 120 million helps to meet the goal. If you look at the total of what we did, if they had not dropped that down, we would have failed again on the helps. And this is for deco. A majority of the community wanted back. Hey Jan, there's no way that they cannot see this and be like, we have to lower these event thresholds. And how can they be so cheap to not see the return on investment? We have 2 new decos for diamonds in the shop. Let's go to the shop, and I'm going to tell you the things we need to do this. Very first offer you see, 50 diamonds is going to get me 19,617 coins. Now, this is not a good deal. If you spend your diamonds doing this, you are just, I don't know. That is a horrible waste. I cannot tell you. And worse, it is an absolute opposite algorithm. Sam and I compared offers. Sam was offered everybody was offered 50 diamonds. This for 50 diamonds, you guys. Okay. So Sam pointed this out first. To me, that was a bad deal. For 50 diamonds, now Sam is a higher level than me. He has 13 million coins. 13.3 million coins, mind you. His offer is for roughly 9,000 more coins than me for the same amount of diamonds. Chris, also a higher level than me, also has way more coin than me. She had 32,000. This is horrible. The people who actually need the coins, that are lower levels, who may have extra diamonds to spare, are going to get a lot less than those who don't even need the coins. Yeah, but everybody's coins were off. Everybody should be different. The diamond cost is exactly the same. If we go to each of my farms, it'll be completely. It is, I don't understand the algorithm. I would love to see your offers. I would love to find out how many coins you have, what level you are, and what your offer was. Because I can't find a rhyme or reason for how they got to this algorithm. And I know they're not going to tell anybody. But my own mathematical brain was trying to figure this out. You can already see in chat how different. Same 50 diamonds for everybody. That is not what changed. What changed is how much you're going to get diamond-wise. And that is just a horrible ripoff. If you spend money on this, shame on you. You have your Diamond Boosters pack. Today's your last day. If you're going to buy them, make sure, I don't have a code in mind, make sure you put one in. I don't buy in-app stuff anymore. I also have, for 70 diamonds, these 3, 3, and 3 I believe everybody got these as well. If you need limb expansions, it's a guaranteed way, and it is cheaper than buying separately. Each limb costs you 12 diamonds. You're getting 9 here. So it's 108. You're saving 38 diamonds if you were to have to buy them. But you get an equal amount. So if you're really disproportionate to like a lot of markers because that's your common and not a lot of deeds, or vice versa, it may not be helpful. You're going to end up getting coin. This is a better deal to get you coins, in my opinion, than if you were to buy the diamonds for 50, or buy the coins for 50 diamonds. 20 more diamonds, you're getting expansion materials, and you can sell off what you don't need. It's not exactly the same amount, but honestly, this gets you 2 for 1 here. That's a better deal. Still wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it. The other 2 booster packs that we talked about last night. Then we have these 2 more. So here are your decos for diamonds. Hey, Kimber! Let's see. You love the new deco. That's true, Sam. And here's my thing. People have commented, even Ricky, why aren't we seeing them for coin? And I wonder if it's because the price that they would have to put on it for coin would be so much higher than what they put on it for diamonds, that lower level players wouldn't be able to afford it. But we're seeing a lot of this trend, and we're not seeing the 30% off. So the diamonds aren't. Right here it says 17% off for 145 diamonds. I like these decos. I will probably get these decos. But, and they were diamond deco packs a while ago. I forget what year they were. I haven't bought them. They're available through the 13th of August. You have this farm pack offer. Should be available. A million coins for 50 diamonds. Probably. Peter. That I probably would do. However, if you are smart about how you play coin events, even just and using coin boosters, even just the double coin farm visitor event, I have seen people make more than that without having to spend the diamonds. Or to spend those 50 diamonds on Tom and make more money. So, if I think about it, actually I probably wouldn't. I'd have to think about it for a hot minute, but honestly I think it'd be better to buy Tom and use a shorter nap on Tom. Okay, so 145 diamonds is not something that we get. It is a little more than what you would get if you'd buy this in the Supercell. Hey, Raph! I shared your link for tomorrow, by the way. And I will see you there. I will be helping Raph mod tomorrow for anybody coming. But this this diamond offer, we get 143 for this price in the Supercell store. Yes, the link for Raph is right here, Peter. He'll be streaming at the 2 p.m. Eastern time slot for Jen tomorrow. So if you want to check out, that's a link to Raph's stream. That'll be tomorrow. While you're there, just hit the subscribe button for him. He's really fun to listen to and interact with too. Raph's a really great guy. So get him some. Oh, he talked with me. He's mastering the fondue pot, and I believe he will be doing it. I love his accent, Sam. Yes, you're right. Hey, Sola. He will be finishing his mastery of the fondue pot live during his stream. So I am excited to see that happening. It'll be 1 p.m. for us, Jennifer. So the same time I started today will be the same time that Raph will start tomorrow. And he'll be getting to fill in. I'm happy to have had the opportunity to work it out with him, to be able to share some of the coverage for Jen and the opportunity she gave us to cover some of her streams. And I'm so happy to see so many of you here again today after listening to me last night. So this will get, but back to this offer, it's getting you 2 more diamonds than what you would get in shop or in the Supercell ID store if you had bought it. You're getting it through the game. It will remove ads for 90 days if you haven't made any other purchases. But I don't know. Yeah, 2 more diamonds. Boy, that makes you just want to jump for that, right? If it is... I don't even know how they came up with a 17% discount, you guys. They clearly are basing it off of this pricing, but this is just not what I would do. And yeah, I would not buy that carousel in any way. Oh, congrats, Carol. I hope you are able to get a new phone and a new farm tomorrow. So no, farm number 17 for you. I don't know how. Carol is a pro at managing farms and playing them all. She does a great job of maintaining her farms. The special offers pop up, usually grandfather clock, the carousel here, I haven't seen a tree offer in so long. That would be more tempting. I am not buying this. So, Bella, that's what I always do. I always buy the trunk of diamonds. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And save. But even my spending's gone down. Now, the boosters, that I'm considering. That's actually a better deal than this. If you are willing to spend the $5, I know it's a little less in the diamonds. You're only looking at 130. But you are getting 6 boosters. And even if you don't get 6 good boosters, you have potential spots to swap out boosters for something good that you find or you get in the Derby rewards. So I would go that route over the extra 15 diamonds even. I always buy from the Supercell ID store. I have not had a problem with it. It does save your content creator that you put in. So I have to go in and clear mine and then re-put in because I alternate who I support. There's Phoebe, of course, Jen, of course, and Ricky, of course, that I have gotten to work closely with, and I try to share that. I have no desire to get the carousel. I actually don't like it. I don't like it, you guys. I know that's not a popular opinion, but I do get, and I buy my farm passes ahead of time, so I don't have to do it, especially it may have been, but I can't remember. I didn't buy it because it doesn't it's not something I would like. Oh, that's okay. So that's how I used to actually do it. I actually had each of my farms set specifically to a different one because when we were getting the 30% offers regularly, I always bought them on every farm. So I was spending the same amount a month, same amount every month, and supporting each of the content creators. And I was I actually have a fourth that I occasionally put in. I was using, or I would rotate on my fourth one for Ricky, Jen, or Phoebe. So I always made sure it was even because I'm not going to play favorites. But since we've lost the 30% offers when they switched to the new UI, I'm not spending on my other farms, so other than the farm pass, and so that one I make sure is evenly spread. But when it comes to my diamond buying, that's only really done on this one, and I'm so I just don't spend as much, so no, I don't, unless they get somebody in on the team that really can push and make I don't see them coming back, to be perfectly honest. And I think it's a huge mistake. I don't think it's great, but I do think that there's potential for it to change if they get somebody I will just say let's hope that whoever they decide to hire in with the team, the changes they are making can actually make a difference. And while I still hope that it's me and I haven't given up on that, I'm not saying it by any means saying it's a guarantee either. So whoever it is, I hope they truly understand the community, the game, they play it, they can see the size of it, and they can really stress and get the information to whoever to change these ideas. I think it'd be in their best interest to bring it back, even if they have to do it to 30% to everybody versus the personalized offers. You guys, I think the only personalized offers we're actually getting are these weekly deals. I don't expect anybody to go into their farm right now and tell me that's exactly what they have in their weekly deals. Those are the only, and maybe the special offer or somebody that pops up. I don't foresee we've seen the 10%, everybody getting the same 10% offer at the same time. I don't foresee that personal offer coming back at us. But I can tell you that there have been some changes. One of the main community managers is out, but that's the most I can comment. You guys, hold on a second. My son's school is calling me. I'll be right back. Hey, sorry about that, you guys. There's an issue with my youngest one's school stuff. I should be back now. Can everybody hear me? So sorry about that. Hey, Duke. So glad to see you make it. I'm gonna go back through and see what I missed in chat here. Bella, so for Hood, I don't think there's no bonus to reaching higher on the leadership board. There's not an extra bonus. If you're in the top 3 of your week, you get some things, but it's not a big difference. So top 3 is important, but placing in the rankings, there's nothing for it. There's just it's not worth the necessarily fight for that. Let's see what else. I hope you guys can back and hear me. Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay. There's not a huge there's not, like, the top 3 is great, but there's still so much. You're not getting any of the exclusive deco anymore, and a lot of people probably already have it unless you're a newer player, so I don't know. But the actual leaderboard itself, not worth the stress over. Yeah, there's not many decos that you get for being in the top 3 anymore. I do get saws, and I think last week I got saws, bolts, and screws. I think 3 apiece. So that was kind of a nice for that. Hey, Daniel. But it wasn't enough extra for me to be like overly like woohoo. When it comes to like the actual leaderboard, you're not getting outside of bragging rights. If you're talking the track record one, I don't even pay attention to it. I just don't. There's no bonus to it. If you're the number 1 team on that leaderboard fully at the end, which you can't even pull up any other time except for when the derby ends. So if we were to try to go in, here we go. You can't see it. So if this number 1 team right here, they're not getting any extra perks. Nobody here is. Unless there's something that nobody's aware of. None of your teams here in the Champion League in the top are getting anything extra. If you started making it where they had some kind of bonus or something, then maybe it'd be worth fighting for. But then you also have a hard time where they've probably been played for quite a while. And it's all based on the last 4 derbies. So they've had good derbies that'll change. But maybe if they revamped that side of it and you were in like the top 10, you got something extra, maybe some diamonds or something for being on the top. And even if you're in the top 3, I would love to see diamonds. If you are the top 3 for each week, I would love to see one of the bonus rewards at the top be some diamonds. I just don't. I mean, those come in the columns. But yeah, the top 3 needs something done to it. I mean, especially for free-to-play players. And so we have free-to-play players on our teams. Like Sam, Duke, they're on my team. They're free-to-play. How great would it be if you got 10... Okay, Russell. 10 diamonds if your team placed in the top 10. Or in the top 3 for each week. I would love to see that. A game that I previously worked with and played, that's one of the rewards. Depending on what you placed. If you came in number 1, you got 10 diamonds. If you came in number 2, you got 5 diamonds. And if you came in number 3, you got 3 diamonds. That would be so cool if we had that included in our extra rewards. Maybe a different amount or something, but that would be a fun way and something that would incentivize people more to So, Emil, are you talking about like these trees down here? The only way to get these trees are to open them up, open that land, and then you can't get extra of them. So if you're talking about like this green one, the blue one, we did have up for diamonds a while ago, but welcome back. I know I just added you. You were in the 70s. This would be easier. Not all of those are available. Okay. So you have a visual glitch in here that's removed your trees from this front area. Is that what you're talking about? It's not a glitch. What did you... How... You don't have trees even if you open it. You need to write support. Hey, Lena. You definitely need to write support about that. Wait, hold on. Okay, so how do you know that you can't get the... So this is all right here. These are all the trees that should be here. Where have you... I don't see any land open. So how do you know if you open these you won't get the trees? You guys can each have... Sorry, you guys. You can each have one now. But then you can't have one for later. Sorry, my kid was asking for something. So you had the same issue over here. You didn't cut down these trees. You have some. You had the same... Do you have, like... Okay. Are you... Yeah, talk with Phoebe. I have seen other farms that have that issue, but have been told that that's a visual, just a visual glitch on their farm. Phoebe will be able to help you. I'd be curious what your... What are you playing on as well? Android, Apple... One, make sure you take screenshots, but you're playing on Android. Okay. Phoebe said she took a screenshot of the area and she's got your tag. You're on Android. Phoebe will talk to them for you. See if she can figure out something. I'd also see if it changes if you clear the cache or even delete and reinstall the app to make sure it's fully updated. You should be, if you're on Android, you're at one. This is the Android version. And then if you're on Apple, you're at for Heyday. Those are the versions. That are currently up. Boat's coming tomorrow. 5.5 million. It's our goal, 10 diamonds. I don't see it happening, but maybe a surprise there. Shoot. I know I don't have everything to open. I know we're all, and I know I'm not close to upgrading anything. I have to sell off blankets. Okay, you have what? Does anybody have questions, feedbacks, things that they're concerned about for next week? Anything that they want to go over, I will make some time to go through and post the math on XP breakdown for the event for each of the animals, so that everybody can see that if they want. Raph will be streaming tomorrow and in John's place. I'm excited to see how things go on Thursday. Timing wise, I don't know offhand if I will be at which meeting, but I'll tell you how the event goes. We've been going and get everybody's feedback on how it's going for the time, for the day, how it's been for them. Let's see. Still think the town is giving you lots of great rewards in the process for that. Make sure you're stocked up on your animal feeds for Thursday. 3 on my farm alone just in this time frame. I think I got as many as I did Tuesday during the mystery box event as I have today. That's a thumbs down event for me. It needs tweaking. I will see. Nobody has any questions or anything. I think I will end the stream. I will see whoever comes tomorrow to watch Raph. I will see you in his stream. Hope to see you there and listen to his wonderful accent. I want to thank my moms for being here, for all of you being here today and joining me on this special stream. I will see everybody next week at my normal time or in one of the other streamers' streams. So, happy farming, everybody. And bye, y'all.